Proposed changes to academic policies could affect how and when UT students take classes. But are students getting a fair chance to have their voices heard? I'm Trip Floyd with an exclusive investigative report coming up.
With the election just a week away, politicians are pumping up their advertising. Richard Ajay takes a look at how effective these ads are.
Plus, the Falcons land at the Glass Bowl for the Battle of I-75. Spencer Gallup has the highlights coming up in sports. Your UT10 News starts now. Good afternoon. I'm Asa Kurtlbaugh.
And I'm Andrew Hoffman. A proposed change in the way classes are scheduled at the University of Toledo has opened the door for concerns that students are not getting the chance to have their voices heard.
Trip Floyd joins us live from the newsroom. Trip, what did your investigation uncover?
So Asa, what Max Alfonso and I found is that students are supposed to be able to give feedback on any policy changes, but UT might not be honoring that.
University of Toledo student government is against a proposed academic change that would alter the way classes can be scheduled. The changes include increased class sizes, earlier and later start times, and moving classes that only meet once a week to Fridays. Jaden Bollinger, UTSG's campus culture chair, said the changes could negatively affect the university's goals of enrollment and retention, but was more concerned with how the change was being communicated to students.
It's almost like we're being told that this is a new policy without having any voice in it whatsoever. From what I've seen, most students don't know about this policy, and everyone I have brought it up to has really been in opposition to it because it is so blatantly negatively impacting our students.
Jaden's concerns are shared by Faculty Senate's past president, Dr. Linda Rouliard, who has advocated for students to use their voice when administrative decisions hit close to home.
I think it's very, very important that students be consulted on this. Now, if students in the majority say that this is fine, yay, let's go ahead with it. But let's not move until we know what the students need and what the students want.
Faculty automatically receive notices of new or changed policies through their email, but students must opt in manually. According to Bollinger, however, he has never received any information regarding the process. An email from Megan Cunningham, Vice President for Marketing and Communications, explained how policies are made and changed, along with the website where new policies or revisions are available for public comment. According to the university, new or revised policies must be available for comment for 30 days and posted on that same website. Currently, there are 4 policies available for comment through November 15th, including the proposed class scheduling change. But when accessing the website, none are listed, presenting yet another obstacle for students looking to have their voice heard.
To be added to the policy mailing list, students should email policies@utoledo.edu. Max Alfonso expands our coverage of this issue in the upcoming issue of the Collegian. Reporting live in the newsroom, I'm Trip Floyd, UT10 News.
Ohioans will cast their vote next week on a number of different local and state issues. Lucas County voters will decide on more than 30 issues when they vote on Election Day. Lucas County Democratic Party Chairman Skylar Beckwith says Issue 1 will determine if districts will be realigned.
The voting yes on Issue 1 would put in place a more unbiased board to draw those districts.
Toledoans are also deciding if the city charter will change, allowing mayors to serve a 3rd consecutive term in office. For an overview of other major issues in Lucas County, visit our UT10 website.
With just a week until the general election, candidates are ramping up their campaigns. Richard Ajay takes a look at political advertising.
Political parties and their candidates are filling the airwaves with unending commercials, hoping to win undecided votes. 2 dicey congressional races in our area have generated several millions of dollars worth of advertisement. Associate Professor at UT Jeffrey Broxmeyer says most of these are outside spendings. He says the rules of political financing allow this.
These are competitive seats, and the vast majority of the money is spent by outside groups that can raise and spend unlimited amounts of money, and they don't necessarily have to disclose who their donors are. That's the world that candidates live in now.
Assistant Professor at UT Jamie Ward is worried that a lot of this political advertisement focus on negative messaging.
So the concern here is that you have candidates that are blatantly lying, or organizations that are blatantly lying for specific candidates because there's not a regulation that says they can't. So the content is blatantly untrue a lot of the time.
Professor Ward says the trend will continue until Election Day. Reporting from Toledo, I am Richard Ajay for UT10 News.
The University of Toledo is supporting the campus vote by offering free carpooling to the polls. UT students, faculty, and staff can sign up for free transportation to a polling site near campus. Volunteers from the Division of Student Affairs will pick up and drop off voters between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. from Lot 11 near Snyder Memorial. Vice President for Student Affairs Sammy Spann says professors are understanding of students who may need to leave class early to vote.
They have to communicate with their faculty, right? They have to make sure they communicate with their faculty member, let them know what's going on and the time that they will be missing, and also asking how can it be made up.
Precincts are open November 5th from 6:30 a.m. to 7:30 p.m.
Tensions rise at the University of Toledo's Arboretum because of outside influences. A community hayride event scheduled for last Sunday at the Stranahan Arboretum was canceled last minute. University of Toledo media specialist Tyrell Linkhorn says the cancellation was due to unforeseen circumstances. UT donor Susan Allen Block says she told interim president Matt Schroeder she doesn't want a carnival-like event to disrupt traffic near her house, and that other neighbors were also upset. But one of Block's neighbors says she was looking forward to the event that would have been hosted by UT's College of Natural Sciences and Mathematics. Arboretum Director Henry Strebe says he had plans in place to ensure neighbors' privacy.
I have hundreds of dollars worth of signs for no parking and private property to protect the neighbors.
Another neighbor, Jamie Youssef, says events like this at the Arboretum encouraged her to pursue teaching.
Was very disappointed. I had a lot of people coming, not only family, but neighbors and people who could have probably contributed to the development of the Arboretum.
Over 300 people registered online, including potential donors and women in philanthropy.
University of Toledo students will celebrate All Hallows Eve a day early this year. UT's International Student Association is hosting their version of Halloween, a spine-tingling event open to all students. Tomorrow night, the Ingman Room at the Student Union transforms into a thrilling escape room. Other spooky plans include a costume contest, elaborate face painting, various games, and snacks. The highlight of the night is a costume contest where students will showcase their creativity.
I would suggest all international students and all domestic students to come and get a taste of what Halloween for international students looks like. And we can also join in with friends or come make new friends.
The Halloween event starts at 7 p.m. tomorrow and is free to all students.
I'm Spencer Gallup, and this is your UT10 Sports Report. The Rockets welcome their arch rival from down south into the Glass Bowl in hopes of making it 2 straight years with a victory. The Rockets return to the Glass Bowl in hopes of continuing their winning ways as the Bowling Green Falcons came into town for the 89th Battle of I-75. Toledo bested Bowling Green at Deutsch Perry Stadium last year 32-31 thanks to a last-second touchdown by Jacques Stewart and hope to make it 2 years in a row. But this year didn't start that way as BG jumped to an early 7-0 lead before Tucker Gleason found Jerwan Newton from 4 yards out to tie the game at 7-7. Into the second quarter, Tucker Gleason ran it into the end zone from 12 yards out to get Toledo back within 4. Bowling Green led 28-20 at halftime. In the third quarter, Gleason found Newton again for the 64-yard score to pull them within 2 points, but it was all Bowling Green after that. Zach Long hit a pair of kicks, and in the fourth quarter, Toledo just could not get anything going. Raheem Smith iced the game with a touchdown run of his own, and Bowling Green prevailed at the Glass Bowl 41-26 to take back the Battle of I-75 trophy. The Toledo men's basketball team nearly pulled out a victory at the University of Michigan in its exhibition game at the Chrysler Center last Friday night. But the Rockets ended up on the short end of a 96-92 loss against the Wolverines. Sophomore Javen Simmons led 5 Rockets in double figures with a game-high 21 points. The reigning Mid-American Conference Freshman of the Year also grabbed a team-high 5 rebounds and knocked down 9 of 10 free throw attempts. The Rockets start their 2024 campaign at Troy University to take on the Trojans next Monday. I'm Spencer Gallup, and this was your UT10 News Sports Report.
That'll be it for UT10 News this week. Catch our replays on YouTube, and don't forget to follow us on social media.
Tune in next Tuesday at noon for the latest news from the University of Toledo and all around from Northwest Ohio. For UT10, I'm Asa Crittlebaugh. That's Andrew Hoffman. Have a wonderful day.